player. We already saw what Cake is capable of. But it looks like we are going into the button check right now, and I want to go to the other side and talk a little bit about Boomie. Oh, no, this is actually the game. I want to talk about Boomie just a little bit real quick. CEO Dreamland, he was first in 1v1. He was first in the Streamy Legend Series, and he was fourth in the BCS Spring Showdown. One of the best players of all time. When Boomie is on, he is on. And he is starting right away with this Ragnir that we saw him play earlier when he was scrimming Cake.
Not to mention going way, way back, 2016 Combo Breaker, Boomie was the second place finisher behind Zaloxry. Zaloxry got taken out, is no longer in the tournament, so that gives room for Boomie, but he did get beaten by Cake, and currently Addymestic is getting the better of him with these big gauntlet ground pounds.
I can't believe Boomie's recovery was able to clash out with the ground pound. I thought the ground pound was going to have more priority. That ground pound has incredible priority. He saw that side signature coming, though. That Val side sig is so popular, but Boomie with a side signature of his own. Chasing
Addy's
so hard.
Currently disarmed, but he's sticking around for that. He was waiting for it. Gravity cancel side sig from Addy to take the first stock. Picks up his own gauntlets and is going to be going for the strings, but Boomie finds the reply. Down light into a gravity cancel, neutral heavy, and he's got the weapon control for that axe.
And he has an axe. We saw Boomie's axe like 40 minutes ago, and it was ridiculous. His string potential, his kill potential. He would have like a one-stock lead, and then that would turn into a two-stock lead all of a sudden against a player like Cake. So you know Boomie's axe is insane, but Addy's doing a great job keeping pace with his sword. Lower damage output move per move.
It's going to take more hits from Addy with this sword to build up the equivalent amount of damage, but we're seeing him get those hits as he has disarmed Boomie. Went for the weapon toss to try to keep that pressure going, but Boomie was able to get outside and back to the axe against Addymestic on the edge. And the side sig connects. Addy takes the lead again. Will Boomie get the reply? He's going to be coming back. Will be unarmed as Addy has cleared the stage. Not sure if he's in that kill percent for that downlight neutral heavy.
You're seeing Boomie be very careful, though. He doesn't want to tunnel vision and rush for that weapon spawn. He is having to play unarmed in a gauntlet. Extremely tough. Tries to go for that big neutral signature read. Addy continuing. The
side sig connects.
Side sig doesn't quite pick up the ground pound. Gets the recovery, though. The damage still coming up from Addymestic.
Down air into side air.
Getting the down air into side air. That is a classic. That's like the Foda special that he used to just
way
body people with. Boomie, is that too little too late, though, in this game one? Almost in kill percent.
If he had an axe, I would have said he's still got opportunities, but he's on these Katars. He basically needs a Katar gimp, but he's been disarmed. Addy with the pressure, the neutral recovery onto Boomie. Boomie able to get past, goes for a downlight side air, wants to get Addy into that hit stun so we can pick up this weapon safely. That pounds, goes for the gimp, but it clashes out with the recovery from Addy.
If Addy just plays very, very carefully here, like he doesn't have to over-initiate, he doesn't have to get a Hail Mary at this point. He just needs to be careful and watch for the DPS coming out of Boomie. He needs to play on the edge like that, and Boomie is going to capitalize.
But that's damage that Addy is getting up. You're seeing the exclamation points. Boomie running out. Addy gets the side air, and that is wall slip in effect. The exclamation points were coming out. He had to get back onto stage, and Addy full capitalization to get that side air for the kill.
Now, we've seen Boomie play on that island. We saw it in Spring Championships against LDZ, specifically on Twilight Grove in one of Boomie's most infamous games of all time. You just heard him switch to Diana, though. You heard that the announcer say that Diana with that character switch. This is kind of Boomie's mainstay for a very, very long time now. I think whenever Boomie initially got sponsored, this Diana with this skin and this color scheme was what was on the announcement card from Denial Esports. It wasn't very successful in the Cake scrims that we saw. I wonder if it's going to be a little bit better against Addymestic's Val compared to Cake's Queen 9.
Well, interesting thing from Boomie is that he was very confident in the Axe versus Gauntlet matchup, likely confident in the Axe versus Sword matchup as well, as he's very familiar with Sword, as NA loves the Sword play, but he's just more comfortable with his bow, clearly, as he's starting to build this damage on top of Addy. Goes for a hard read with that down stick, but Addy is in the iframes of his dodge, so he is able to punish. But he is disarmed. Side stick thrown out. Addy's behind it for the downlight side air. Just getting some damage onto Boomie. Another side stick thrown out from Boomie.
Boomie getting a little bit greedy with those. So we've seen signatures like that coming out of Boomie's Diana. Sometimes he does get a little bit greedy with that Diana.
Whoa, recovery.
But he does pick up the almost completely grounded recovery. Gets the first stock this game. and I want to see Boomie stick to those guns for a little while. His guns, my favorite guns in the entire game. You've heard me say it 1.5 million times.
Oh, 2 taps of the sidelight, going for a gravity cancel downlight, but Addy is just outside of it, able to pick up that recovery, even it up. Going to be sticking with these gauntlets for that string potential. Not sure how much he's gotten into Boomie's head, how much he has learned of Boomie's dodge habits for those strings to come out. That is very critical for gauntlet players to get those dodge reads. Ground pounds.
Now that Boomie does have these guns, I'm glad Addy is playing the gauntlets. Boomie tends to have a really high attack per minute, and Addy's punish game has been on fire today. I'm loving that.
Just taking that stock away from Boomie, giving himself some breathing room, but he is close to kill percentage. Boomie not beelining it for that weapon. It's going to be the downlight into the gravity cancel neutral heavy. We've seen that before.
Yeah, we've seen that before. That is a regular punish that we see from a lot of people. Not necessarily in tournament, though. Boomie is kind of one of the few people who has the stones to really go for something like that.
Oh, immediately gravity cancel downlights out of hit stun to get some damage back from Addy. Wants to trade as evenly as he can. Guns have such high damage build. Get those gravity cancel downlights into those nairs.
Boomie's playing so grounded right now. He does have more damage on him. He's worried about getting caught in the air with the sword recoveries. The side signature does hit. Oh, and the AoE?
The AoE splash as the ground pound from Addy touches down.
Oh, no.
Boomie forced to dodge out. That's going to be it. Addy takes down Boomie. Addy's going to continue on, and Boomie is knocked out of the tournament. Boomie was the favorite for NA. Boomie was the big name that was on a lot of people's lips coming into this, but it's going to be the EU scene coming out, taking down Boomie. Cake takes him